For the first time in its 42-year history, the Pentagon has denied a flyover request by the God and Country rally, which is held every year in Nampa, Idaho. In an email, the Pentagon says this: Air Force and DoD policy prohibits support for events which appear to endorse, selectively benefit, or favor any special interest group, religious or ideological movement. But Reverend Patrick Mahoney of the Christian Defense Coalition says the rally was not designed to promote any one religious faith, but rather to celebrate the troops, and he's my guest this morning. Good morning to you, Reverend.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So when I first read this story, I actually found it hard to believe, because for 42 years at this rally in Idaho, the Pentagon has authorized a flyover. Suddenly, this year, a new president in office and a new policy. What do you make of it?
Well, we're stunned, actually, and it's a reminder that our Constitution promises freedom of religion, not freedom from religion. I think the viewers need to understand the flyovers that were held for 42 years were not to endorse or promote any religion, but to honor the military who was there in force. Think about this, Gretchen, for a moment. Thousands attended this rally. 70 recruits were sworn in at this event. Our heroic men and women who proudly served this country were looking forward to this flyover, and for the first time in 42 years, it does not happen. I think it causes one to pause and say, what changed? After 42 years, what changed? And Gretchen, the only indicator we have is that we have a new commander-in-chief. And I think that we are wondering, when we look at President Obama, is there a culture of hostility toward expressions of faith in the public square, particularly Christian? Let's put this in context. Several months ago, the president spoke at Georgetown University. When he spoke there, he covered a cross, and he covered a sacred symbol for the name of Jesus. The president did not celebrate the National Day of Prayer at the White House, had no events at the White House, and yet just a couple of weeks ago, he had a major reception to celebrate Gay and Lesbian Pride Month in June. So we need to move. We right now are filing a Freedom of Information Act request with the American Center for Law and Justice, and we want to get to the bottom of this to ensure that no American citizen, no group is denied access to the public square because of their faith tradition.
Right, and I understand that the organizer of this event in Idaho was stunned when she called the Pentagon to try and get more explanation, and they simply told her what?
This is incredible. They said because of the Christian nature of the event. There can be no doubt from the Pentagon in conversations that this flyover after 42 years was canceled because of the Christian nature of the event. And we want to be assured that no faith tradition is denied access to the public square.
But Reverend, let me ask you this. Does the Obama administration direct the Pentagon on issues like this?
They do, and don't take my word for it. The Daily Kos, which is a left-leaning liberal blog, praised the Obama administration yesterday for taking this action. We're going to find this out in the FOIA request, but it does appear right now, we don't want to make accusation, but it does cause one to clearly think what changed after 42 years, and the only thing that changed was the commander-in-chief.
It's a great question, and by the way, the name of that rally was God and Country, and the last time I checked, God was still on our money as well. Reverend Patrick Mahoney, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on this topic.